Hi there, Lynn Allen here. Welcome to another AutoCAD tip courtesy of Cadalyst magazine. I am coming to you from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. That's right, the land of the peep. I'm talking about those little marshmallow goodies that we get at Easter time, and that is why I am wearing a yellow jacket, so I blend in. Oh yeah. And today, I'm going to share with you a command that's been in AutoCAD for a long time. It's a very valuable command. You may have tried it and it didn't work quite right. You weren't really sure how to get it to do what you wanted it to do. I'm going to straighten that out today. I'm talking about the divide command, very, very valuable command. So what do you do with the divide command? Well, let's say you're in a situation where you have an object and you want to divide it into evenly spaced segments. That's what the divide command does. For example, I have this line. I would like to divide it up into thirds. All right, how are you going to do that? Sounds like a horrible math problem to me. That's where the divide command comes in. Now, the divide command is located on the Home tab of the ribbon underneath the Draw panel, and here you will see Divide. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and you select any object to divide. Let's divide that line. How many segments? I'm going to divide it into 3 segments, and you're like, well, what happened? I don't see anything on there. And that is because it placed points as markers. It doesn't physically break it. It puts points as markers. But if you remember from my last tip, the default point mode is a dot. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to go to Utilities. You might remember this. I'm going to go to Point Style. We need to make it something we can see. You can see it's set to a little tiny dot. I can't see a dot on there. Could be worse. Could be set to nothing. I'm going to set it to an X because that'll be easy to see, easy to work with. You can pick pick your point of choice. You can control the size. Right now it's at 5% of the screen. And so as you zoom in, it's going to continue to maintain that same size, or you can give it an absolute value if you feel like it. I'm going to say OK. And voila, I can see that it actually did divide my line up into 3 sections. Just as an aside, I want to point out that if you go to the divide tool and you wait a second to get that extended tooltip, it actually tells you to use DDP Type to change the style of the point so you can see it. That command doesn't even exist anymore, by the way. It's P-type. I got rid of the DDs a long time ago, so that tooltip's totally wrong, just so you know. So don't pay attention to that tooltip. So now I've divided this into 3 sections. Well, what can I do with that? Maybe I want to dimension it as well. So then, right, I can go over to the Annotate tab on the ribbon. Let's go ahead and do a dimension. We'll grab the endpoint. And how do we grab points? With the node object snap. What? That's what that's for. It's for grabbing points. We'll go ahead and place that first dimension. And then, of course, I can continue and put my other dimensions on there. How easy is that? And if I zoom in, we should see that they're all even and they all have the same value. Otherwise, we did something wrong. So you'll see that they're all 6.6491. Whatever. That's the thing. Aren't you glad you didn't have to divide it manually? That would have been a nightmare. And then I told you that those points always maintain the same size, but they just got bigger. So I lied to you. Anytime you do a regen, it's going to actually sort. Whoops, get out of that command. Anytime you do a regen, it's actually going to sort that out and put them back to the original size. Now we're back to 5% of the screen. All right, so that's one way to use divide. You might have noticed there was another option on there. There's a block option. Now I have a block right here and I named it bar. You can see right there, it's very simple. I can use that instead of points. Maybe you want to place a block at evenly spaced intervals. I'm sure there's been situations where you wanted to be able to do that. Very, very powerful. So let's go back up here to the Home tab on the ribbon, and then we'll go and we'll grab divide one more time. Select the object to divide. Let's go ahead and pick this spline. And this time we're going to do B for block. Now, I wish it gave you a nice dialog box so that, like the new block palette, so you can just pick it. But now you need to know the name. So heads up for you, you need to know the name. I'll type it's called bar. It's going to ask you if you want to align the block with the object. I'm going to say no for the first time just so you can see it's going to maintain the exact same rotation angle there. And then how many segments? How about 8 segments? 8 sounds good. And it evenly divided that spline into 8 segments. And instead of using points, it used this block. Awesome. All right, I'm going to undo that. Let's show you what happens when we align it to the block. So let's go back into divide. Select the object to divide. We're going to pick that spline one more time. B for block. I know there's a few steps, but it's totally worth it. And then the name of that block, remember, is bar. Do you want to align the block with the object? This time we're going to say yes, which is the default, even though last time I typed no, it doesn't maintain the default, also annoying. Enter the number of segments. Let's go back to 8. Now, you will notice that it maintains its perpendicular, right, to that spline as it's copied along the spline. Also, very, very powerful. Maybe that's what you meant to be. All right, so try the divide command. It is a great command. It's very, very powerful. I hope you enjoyed that tip, and I'm going to see you back here in 2 more weeks. All right, I'm going to go hang out with my peeps. Oh yeah, I said it. I did.